Hello, fellow investors. We welcome you all to your own YouTube channel, Finance Made Easy, where we discuss finance, stock market, and investment related news, topics, and strategies so that we all become a good investor from young age. So, without further ado, let's get started with today's video. So, today's video is going to be a very important one. Again, as this is related to something known as index investing or index mutual funds and discussion about Indian stock market indices, which many of us might not be aware of and which are providing good returns based on some core fundamental financial principles, which I am going to discuss in today's video. First of all, what is an index? Index is a group of particular shares or listed companies in stock market which are ranked according to their market cap, and then we create a certain index which is based either on their market capitalization in the economy as a whole. Let me give you an example. If we come to the Indian indices, the first thing that comes to two things that comes to our mind. One is Nifty 50, second is Sensex. So actually, what are these? So if you come to realize, these are nothing but top 50 and top 30 companies that are listed on NSE and BSE according to market capitalization, which if we take their weighted average comes to form something known as these indices. So indices are like mutual funds which are passively managed. Index funds are like mutual funds only, but their managers are top financial personalities of each of the country and economy, which know which companies of their particular country and which sectors are performing well, and they introduce or remove those companies from the index, thus managing the index as a whole. So first of all, let's discuss what are the benefits of index investing, and then we will come to know why we have to look out for various indices that we can track down if a mutual fund is not present to invest directly, but we can track those indices down and develop our own portfolio based on those weightages. So the major advantage of index investing is, first, less or no fund manager charges, and second, best company selection free of cost. What does this mean? So this means, first, since these are managed by the top financial personalities of a particular country, we need not worry about which stock to select, what should be their weightage, should we add or remove a particular company if it is overperforming or underperforming. And since these are managed by the government only or top financial bodies, there are no charges for this. You can simply go to the Google, type a particular its constituent, its weightage, and what is its performance over past years. Simply comes and you can search it. Anybody can search it. It's very easy. So there are no or negligible charges. If there is any mutual fund that are tracking these, those are called passively managed mutual funds, and there are negligible charges, and these are one of the best performing company selection for your portfolio. Now, if I come to the Indian scenario, what indexes you know of and what are their past returns? I am sure most of us, 99% of us, have heard only of Nifty 50 and Sensex, and there is nothing wrong with it, because these are the companies with topmost market capitalization and are the blue chip large caps which our government or economy has identified, and they are giving quite a bit good returns in past. But are these the best performing indices you need to track? So if you want to create a portfolio, you have to select the stocks or the market caps as per your choice, not as per the largest market capitalization itself. So if these two are large blue chips, what are some other indices? Let's take a look. Nifty Next 50, Nifty mid cap 100, Nifty small cap 200. Nifty next 50 is again it's large cap, but out of top 100 Indian companies, 50 have been captured in Nifty 50. The next 50 are in Nifty next 50. Then according to market cap, the next 100 will be in Nifty mid cap 100. This is one of the great indices if you want to keep a track, or if there is a mutual fund that is tracking this, you can directly invest in this. And then if you want to track small cap, the best 200 small cap companies will be captured in Nifty small cap 200. So again, these are the indices which perform better, greater than what all of the previous mentioned indices which I have given. Since they are much high riskier than Nifty 50, they perform much better than Nifty 50. Would be greater than Nifty when markets are going up, and vice versa, if markets are going down, those indices might get hit down much harder than Nifty. But are those the only indices which we can invest in, or there are some other hidden indices which not everyone is aware of, but they are based on some sound fundamental principles which, according to your risk to reward capacity and your investment mentality, whether you are a value investor, whether you are an investor which wants a higher return, or you want a combination of both, we will discuss about those indices in this particular video. And these indices are very new. You can get a detailed copy of this PDF on the NSE website itself, and since they are launched, they have performed quite exceptionally well, and I will say much better than Nifty 50, Nifty next 50, or even Nifty mid cap. What are those indices and what are those financial principles, we will discuss now. We will take a look at the returns profile quickly and then come back to these indices. So this is the article I would like to discuss with you guys. It says 10-year SIP returns of these 5 stock indices is twice as that of Nifty. Seems very lucrative, right? And what are those indices, if you come to know? Let me show you. I bet you would have never even heard of them. So let's take a look. 10 years returns and scheme name. Nifty Alpha Low Volatility 30, 14.5% XIRR for past 10 years. S&P BSE Momentum 13.6, Nifty Alpha Low Volatility 30, 12.3, Nifty Alpha 50, 12, Nifty Alpha Quality Value Low Volatility 11%. One of my favorite, and I will tell you why. This one, Nifty Alpha Quality Low Value Volatility 30. Nifty mid cap 150. See, here it comes. Even the mid caps have performed worse than them. And where is our Nifty 50? See, Nifty next 50, it stands at 8.7, Nifty mid cap at 7.8. Now our good old Nifty 50 stands at 5.5 only. Why? And what are these indices? Let's take a look. So this video particularly is only for advanced investors, and I will take a look at each of the topics discussed in this video, which are like alpha, beta, PE, ROE, ROCE, everything as a separate video, and I will link them, and in future I will create them. But today we'll briefly talk about these. First of all, let's understand 4 important concepts. What is alpha? What is volatility? What is quality? And what is value? Because these are the key terminology and key financial principles each of these index tracks, or a mixture of these fundamental principles these indices track. So these 4 indices are: first, Nifty Alpha Low Volatility 30, second is Nifty Quality Low Volatility 30, third is Nifty Alpha Quality Low Volatility 30, fourth is Nifty Alpha Quality Value Low Volatility 30. And these are based on a combination of principles. So for example, Nifty Alpha and Low Volatility is based on alpha and volatility 50-50 combination, which I was talking about and is my favorite, is this Nifty Alpha Quality Value Volatility 30. It is based upon 4 factors, each compromising 25%. And I choose this because this is my investment strategy, which comprises of, I want to get a alpha, which means high return. I want to check its quality, which means the company should be fundamentally sound. I want to get it at a value, which means not very high compared to its intrinsic value, and the volatility should be low, which means the beta should be low. It should not fluctuate as much as market. So my personal preference is this one, and I will discuss this one with you in detail also. See, so this PDF is a very good research paper which was published by Nifty, if any of the investors want to take a look, see alpha, value, quality, and low volatility. What are the advantages if I track companies based on these principles, and I need not do anything? These fundamental principles are already run through by some very sound financial persons, and they have published a research paper, and they have identified these companies in Nifty based on their past 10 years performance. So I need not do anything. I just want to know whether my investment philosophy is to generate returns, high returns compared to market. Then I will follow the alpha index. If I am looking for value, the companies which are available at cheaper valuation, I will look for value. Low volatility, if I do not want it to fluctuate as much as market, I will go for low volatility. And then if I am looking for fundamentally sound companies, I will go for quality, and then a mixture of these things. So this is a passive investment methodology. So now let's see alpha. What is the measure to track alpha? Alpha is nothing in stock market terminology. It is how much extra return compared to the base index, any of the other index or a set of shares make. So alpha is extra return. Quality, as you can see, depends on these factors. High ROE, which is high return on equity. If a company generates high profit compared to its stakeholders equity value, then it is called as high ROE. Low debt to equity, this is important because if a company has low debt to equity ratio, it is much more likely to come up in turbulent times like these, where stock market is going very volatile, and much of the companies which were in debt are shutting down. Then average change in their PAT, which is profit after tax. The value, how does they quantify the value? It should have high ROCE. There will be a detailed video explaining the difference between ROE and ROCE, but for now high ROE is related to net profit upon net equity, and high ROCE is related to what? Net EBIT, which is earning before interest and tax, upon equity plus long term debt. So if you are looking for value in company, it should have a high ROCE, as simple as that. It should have a low PE, which is very much the fundamental parameter for value investing. What is PE? It's price to earnings ratio for a particular company. The lower it is, the most of the times more attractive valuation to buy a company at, and low PBA. Then low volatility, it is the beta. So they are tracking the standard deviation from the price returns from market as an average. So these are the guiding fundamental financial principles, which if you want to figure out, you have to track all the Nifty 200 companies, get to their financial income statements year end, not just 1 year but for past 10 years, and calculate each of these ratios, and then sort them out, give a weightage to them, and then allocate in your portfolio. But the magical thing is that all of this has been done by some very good financial analysts, and we will be only taking advantage of this, and most of the people aren't aware that these indices are already created. So they have taken a time period from 2005 to 2016. They are tracking the Nifty 50 here and all of their multi-factor indices here. I will take a look just at these Nifty 50 and the index which I was talking about, which is a combination of all the 4 factors: alpha, quality, value, and low volatility. Let's compare their yearly returns. These are not the annualized returns, these are just the yearly returns. So few important things I want you to take a look. One of the baddest period, 2008, Nifty 50 minus 52%, but our is only minus 49%. And if you take best one, which was low volatility only with quality, it only dropped 41% compared to 52%. Then one of the good times for market, 2009, 76% returns. Our index generated 92%. See the alpha on this. You are getting less downturn of 10% in bad times, and high positive returns of 16% in good times. Then if we take a look at 2011, which was again one of the bad times, minus 25% for Nifty 50, minus 14.5 only for this. Then let's take a look at some good times, like for example 2014, Nifty 50 generated 31.39. Oh, awesome. But if we take a look at our index, it gave 34%. But if we only focus on returns, so these are the multi-factor indices, take a look at this one, which was high alpha with low volatility. It gave 47% returns. So compared to any of the broader market indices, these 4 hidden multi-factor indices are gem. And if you are an advanced investor, please go to the Nifty website, directly take a look at it. And I am not asking you to blindly follow these indices, but take a look at what are the companies that are included in these indices and which are identified as low volatile, high returns generating, quality and value companies. This one, and you can do your own analysis on top of that. So it will contain 30 companies, as the index is made up of 30 companies, and then you can design your own portfolio. This is a hidden gem in my eyes. So let me move to the last part of the video. Here I will discuss what are the constituents of the Nifty Alpha Quality Value Low Volatility 30 Index. All the companies I will just quickly go through for your knowledge. Asian Paints, Bajaj Auto, Bata India, Britannia Industries, Coal India, Colgate Palmolive, Dabur India, Divi's Laboratory, HCL Tech, HDFC Bank, Hero MotoCorp, Hindustan Unilever, ITC, Indraprasth Gas, Infosys, Marico, Mindtree, Muthoot Finance, NTPC, Nestle India, ONGC, Petronet, Pidilite, Power Grid, REC, Reliance, TCS, Tech Mahindra and Voltas. All of these are very sound companies with high returns, high ROE, less volatility, and these are from top 100 market capitalization companies only. So these are like best of the best. We are taking top 100 Nifty companies and then applying those 4 financial principles on top of that, and then are getting these. So last thing I want to just show you, if you come at NSE website, you can get this particular index, its returns profile, its gainers and loser, and you can get the research paper here as I was, and its constituents, also its sector wise breakdown you can get here. So if you can see, as I was mentioning, consumer goods, financial services, IT were 3 dominant ones with 38%, 7.25 and 18%. The other are pharma, power, chemicals, which are I guess good long-term holds, and then oil and gas is also included with 12.1%. So you can come to the Nifty website and take a look at this also. So I hope friends you like today's video. This was one of the most interesting topic which I personally came through, and I read about it and I find it very interesting because I used these principles and these companies when I was creating my own portfolio for long term. So even though these are advanced topics, and each of these topics discussed in the video, PYE, PYB, ROE, ROCE, alpha, beta, I will make a separate video. So if you guys enjoyed the video and really think you learned something useful today and want similar analysis and interesting topics which are based on advanced finance and investment, please subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon for getting the notification of our videos, and till then, happy and safe investing. Goodbye fellow investors, take care.